It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down the road today looking for...
And this is the longest running daily show on YouTube. And we're on Rumble. We're on lots of channels, so please join us, subscribe, and share. We're going to get into it for about 10 minutes or so. We're going to roll through the news. We're going to play a song, so I hope you don't go anywhere. Actually, while we listen to the song Something to Live For, Matt Zabrowski's getting ready. He's drinking a yoo-hoo. He's going to hit us with a woo-hoo. And I'm going to get the news open. Joanne, do me a favor. Joanne! She's here with the wheeze early. Guys, I got Joanne back there. She's got the moo-moo on.
Oh, I was walking down the road today looking for another way.
Yeah.
My mind
Guys, I'm looking another way from that. I don't want to look at Joanne. Anyway, we're going to rock the news. Joanne, can you do me a favor? Pop it up. No, Joanne, stop the wheeze. Oh, goodness.
So many perfect ways to spend your days.
Yeah.
There's something to live for, yeah. There's something to die for, yeah.
Oh, guys, we're going to get into it here. I already have something open for us so we can roll with the punches, so to speak. Where is it? There we go. Joanne, get it on the screen for the love.
Amazing how often I forget.
You know, every time you ask Joanne to do something, it never gets done. Joanne! You did it! But can you get me on the screen, Joanne? What the friggin' heck?
There's something to live for, yeah. There's something to die for, yeah. There's something to live for, yeah. There's something to die for.
Oh, Zabrowski's hitting us. We got the music kicking in the background. Guys, stories of the day, of course. You heard 28 hurt, 4 dead. Alabama teen party. This is breaking news, obviously, earlier in the day. I was not able to get on until now. But we're going to talk through all these stories, so stick around. This is really crazy. Let's click right into this one. Shooting at Alabama party kills 4, wounds 28. Goodness. Daleville, Alabama law enforcement officers Sunday were imploring people to come forward with information about a shooting that killed 4 people and injured 28 others during a teenager's birthday party. Now, is anybody, this is 9:37 a.m. Joanne, have they had an update? Do they know who did this? This is, what are we, 2023? Again, this all goes back to the participation trophies. People are like, what do you mean? When you tell everybody they're great and then at 16, 17 years old, they learn they suck at things, or they hear no from a girl they like or something, and then they go after the gun instead of crying at 7, 8 years old. Guys, Zabrowski's hitting us. Woohoo. Come on, Zabrowski. Woohoo! Man, did I need that. I missed Zabrowski last night. I wasn't able to do the Zabrowskaroo with the woohoo. But tonight, guys, we're here, and what is this? You know, Joanne, when you're doing it, all you need is somebody to just kind of properly lay out the green screen. You know? Guys, TikTok, you're going to want to head over to YouTube because you're going to see the stories as we roll through them here. And then we have a guitar, the Jaguar. We're going to write a song. And then hopefully we'll be able to just get some rest tonight and do it all over again tomorrow. This is the 1,567th day in a row I've gone live. So back to the story. Among those killed, a high school senior. You know, I feel like we should have a little music in here. High school senior who planned to play college football and was celebrating his sister's 16th birthday. The shooting erupted Saturday night at a dance studio in downtown Dadeville. During 2 news conferences Sunday, Sergeant Jeremy Burkett of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency did not take questions. He did not say if a suspect was in custody or if investigators knew about any motivation. He did not provide the names of those killed either, Joanne. We've got to have information from the community, Burkett said during a Sunday evening news conference. Guys, look at that. What the frig is that? I'm talking about this one right here. Like, what are you doing here? Are you going out on a ship and going for a ride and that's what you're wearing? You're going to wear that? That's ridiculous, you know? Oh, look at me. You go and freaking get the jib. Go get the jib wearing that. You gonna go freaking do a sail? You're sailing in that freaking outfit? Guys on TikTok, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Head over to YouTube so you can see it. This freaking chick's out of her mind on that. You're not going on a ship. Yeah. Excuse me, starboard. Starboard? Starboard? I don't know what the frig it is, but that one over there, she's not ready. You know, can you go, pull the jib and do the swimmy slammer? You know, that's a thing. And when you did it, you went faster than anybody, faster than Mark Jellin. You got to check out Back to the Future Mark to know that that's a feature film on YouTube. It just premiered on my birthday, April 13th, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's a goofy freaking comedy. Don't expect, feature film. I'm going to watch Leonardo DiCaprio. Sorry, no, it was Leonardo DiCaprio. They stole it from me and gave it to some guy in LA, you know. Anyway, but that's just real. You know, it's Mark Jellin. You know, Mandela effect, Mark Della effect. Guys, back to it. Don't buy that outfit. That's ridiculous. You know? Anyway, Phil Dowdell. Is that really his name, Joanne? Phil Stavios. I'm going with, I don't want to call him Phil. With a name like Phil Stavios, you go with it. You know? Like, who's changed? You're telling me your name's Phil Stavius, and you're going to tell people to call you Phil? Hi, what's your name? Phil. No, what's your freaking name? Phil Stavius. I'm freaking Phil Stavius. Excuse me, can I make a reservation? Yeah, what's your last name? No, sorry, I don't do last names. My name is Phil Stavius. Oh, okay, come on, we're right on. We're going to put you on. 8 p.m. Phil Stavius, party of 4 by men and... Guys, get your speed stick. Here we go. Back to it. Phil Stavius. Dowdell. Oh, man, this is the freaking thing. I didn't mean to make a joke. I feel like a horse's patoot. Phil Stavius Dowdell, of Dadedale High School senior who had committed to Jacksonville State University, was celebrating at his sister Alexis' party before he was shot to death. Gosh almighty, Joanne, you couldn't give me a heads up that Phil Stavius was one who was killed. I'm so sorry about that. I really am. I definitely would never want to do that. But it's an awesome name. I feel bad for the kid. I do. He was a very humble child, never messed with anyone, always had a smile on his face, and calling it $1 million smile. Freaking had to be with a name like Phil Stavius. Ah, goodness. Dowdell's mother was among those hurt in the shooting. Everybody's grieving, Allen said. Burkett said the shooting occurred about 10:30 p.m. Saturday. There were 4 lives tragically lost in the incident. The shootings rocked the city of 3,200 residents, which is about 57 miles northeast of Montgomery, Alabama. Keenan Cooper, the DJ at the party, told WBMA TV that the party was stopped briefly when attendees heard someone had a gun. He said people with guns were asked to leave, but no one left. Cooper said when the shooting began, an hour later, some people took shelter under a table where he was standing and others ran out. Pastor Jason Wetstein, who leads the Christian Faith Fellowship, said the granddaughter of one of the church members was shot in the foot and underwent surgery on Sunday. All of our hearts are hurting right now. We're just trying to pull together to find strength and comfort, Wetstein said, before an interfaith vigil in the parking lot of First Baptist Church. We are a loving community. They're going to need the love right now because of this freaking insane world we're living. You know, here's the crazy thing, guys. You could be anywhere. You could be anywhere all of a sudden in 2023 and some freaking deranged moron is going to, let me take a gun. What the frig is wrong with everybody? You got a problem? Turn the gun in your friggin' face and pull the friggin' thing. But don't go and take others' lives. You scumbag pieces of crap that keep doing this. I'm so sick of this freaking thin-skinned world. Everybody's like, oh, I didn't get that job. Let me shoot up a friggin' room. What the You know, and I don't know. I used to be this firm believer that video games had no effect. You know, I used to play video games before I had kids. I played GTA like a mofo. And you know what? That game, it's fun to play. But I never was like, yeah, I could see myself going and killing somebody. But people are friggin' messed up. We're living in a world where people don't care about human life. If you don't agree with them on a political issue, they would be okay with seeing you dead. It's mental. But we're here. So what do? We freaking keep seeing these stupid, I don't even understand how this is like a daily thing now. How many different mass shootings have we seen in 2023? I don't even want to talk about. I want to look back at this stupid outfit that this girl's got on over here. How dumb. Can we laugh about that? I don't want to talk about this anymore, Joanne. I'm moving on to the next story. Troubled former MLB star makes debut in Japan. Let's check out this one, Joanne. It's got to be better. Former Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer makes Japanese baseball debut nearly 2 years after his last MLB appearance. Trevor Bauer has not pitched in the MLB since June 2021, unable to find another team in the majors to offer him a position after suspension and subsequent release from the Los Angeles Dodgers. The 32-year-old made his debut for the Yokohama, Joanne, Bay Stars, the minor league team. He reportedly agreed to a 1-year deal, and 2,600 people came to check it out. Oh, guys, check it out. There's a little clip. We're going to Twitter. We're going to Titter. I think they call it Titter now. Here we go. Oh, where's the audio? Ooh, look, he did like a Japanese sword thing. Samurai. Oh, he did it. Sensei Round Eye. Guys, he's Sensei Round Eye. Look at that. You saw it, right? Sensei Round Eye. He's just like, I just freaking cut your throat with a samurai sword. Not bad. Trevor Bauer. I got to say, I don't know if you know much about what happened with him. I don't really know. Apparently a lot of domestic abuse, and he's also like a cheater, as clear as it could be. You know, he and the other people, and all these pitchers went from this RPM, this normal RPM, to some ridiculous RPM, and the amount of movement he has on the ball. All of this stuff was concocted through, I think, a sort of synthetic material that was sold by one of the, I don't know if it was a bat guy or something from one of the teams. But does anybody know the full story? I'd love to research that. We should do a story on that tomorrow. But yeah, he got basically, and all the other pitchers, even the guy for the Garrett Cole for the Yankees, like, he's a cheater, you know? Like, yay, $335 million, whatever we give the guy. But it's good to see him pitching like that, right? I like seeing home runs. Barry Bonds, probably the greatest hitter of all time. He'll never be in the Hall of Fame because of what he did. He was the only guy who was like, yeah, look, my head got 3 times the size it originally was, and obviously I was doing something. Oh, what's this? Morgan Freeman opens up about race in new interview. Black History Month is an insult. Black History Month is an insult. Let's see if we can do a Morgan Freeman impression here. In a rare interview with a UK newspaper on Sunday Times, Oscar winner Morgan Freeman explained why he objects to the term African American and why it's an insult to limit the teaching of Black history to just 1 month. Joanne, let's see what he has to say. I love Morgan Freeman. In an interview, Freeman, 85, was asked about his past comments, and in a 2005 interview with Mike Wallace about not talking about race might help end racism, which I freaking agree with, 7,000 million %. 2 things I can say publicly that I do not like. Black History Month is an insult. You're going to relegate my history to 1 month? That's what Freeman responded. Also, African American is an insult, he added. I don't subscribe to that title. Black people have had different titles all the way back to the, and he says a bad word, not really says, but he's, and I do not know how these things get such a grip. But everyone uses African American. What does it really mean? Then he continued. Most black people in this part of the world are mongrels, and you say Africa as if it's a country when it's a continent, like Europe. comparing it to the people of European heritage being referred to by a specific country, such as Irish Americans or Italian Americans. When interviewer Jonathan Dean mentioned fellow actor Denzel Washington in his statement, "I'm very proud to be black, but black is not all I am," Washington echoed those sentiments. Yes, exactly. I'm in total agreement, Freeman shared. You can't define me that way. Also noted that he's so very envious of Denzel's career. Whatever. Freeman currently stars in Florence Pugh, which is a good person, Joanne. Anyway, the change is that all people are involved now. Freeman added, everyone, LGBTQ, Asians, black, white, interracial marriages, interracial relationships, all represented. You see them all on screen now, and that is a huge jump. The actor also mused on where he might have ended up if he hadn't found success in Hollywood. People ask, what would you be doing if you didn't make it? I don't know, he said, driving a limo? Driving Miss Daisy! It's friggin' hilarious. But I would be in a community theater, I would be acting. But along with guts, it takes luck. You need courage and serious luck. I take credit for my career with both. I'd say that's probably a lot of it is luck. Not for him, but I mean in general, most of it, and for people, it's about it being in the right place, right time, seeing the right person, catching the eye of somebody at the right time. Anyway, here's interesting stories. What else? I can't believe Jamie Foxx had a stroke. Gosh almighty, everything's weird in the world right now. I saw something here I want to try to find. Where is it? Oh, is this it? Let's see what this is. DJT, Donald J. Trump Jr., I don't know if he's got a J in the middle. I think it's just Donald Trump Jr., calls for an end to the conservative-led boycott of Bud Light and iconic Anheuser-Busch. What do you guys think about this? Over the partnership with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Donald Trump Jr. expressed opposition to the conservative boycott on Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Conservatives have blasted Bud Light's partnership with popular trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Trump Jr. on his podcast Triggered praised Anheuser-Busch as an iconic company. Trump Jr. is calling for the end to the conservative-led boycott against Bud Light, which is owned by Anheuser-Busch. Anyway, what do you guys think about that? Clearly, he's trying to take a stand for this company instead of making a decision and canceling over one thing that's done. In a way, I understand that because we're kind of here on the other side, pissed off. We're always canceled and suppressed. I've been suppressed and canceled for freaking 1,567 days in a row. So I get the idea of wanting, all speech to be out there, because I don't want anybody stopping me from doing what I do and stopping people from finding what I do, and they keep doing that. So I feel kind of weird about this. I don't like the messaging. I don't think it's something that you should be just like declaring that everything in the world needs to change immediately and everybody has to bow to some very small group, this minority group. It's such a small group of people, but it's the loudest voice on the internet. It's the loudest voice anywhere you go. And it's the one that wants to scream loudest in the room. And that's the thing that's the problem, is there's not enough people who are willing to stand up and say, no, we hear you, but shut the up and go sit down and do your thing. We don't give a crap what you do. Just don't put it in my face and in my 7-year-old's face and tell my 7-year-old that they have to think about it and question whether or not they're a freaking cat. You shut your freaking mouth with that crap. No, they're not a cat. They like to play with cats. They like to play with dolls. Maybe one day they'll decide to do something different. Why don't you go focus on yourself and stop trying to manipulate the minds of a 7-year-old? But 2023, right? There's 7 people that want to do it, so the rest of the world has to bow to some friggin' morons that run things. Unbelievable. When are enough people going to stand up and say, no, I'm sorry, this is not insanity 2020 plus? What are we doing? We're going to be in this 2030 agenda is coming like in 2025. It's not 2030. It's like that's the very last thing that happens is 2030. You're like, oh, geez, great. They finally did that last thing. Everything else gets done between now and then. Can't you see? They're taking it all away. So again, let them speak. Let me speak. Don't freaking tell me what I could say. Don't tell me what I say is offensive. If you don't like it, scroll. Because that's what you have the liberty of doing. You have a hand, and you do this all night. The attention span of an ant.
Oh, Dick, I don't like this. Let me scroll. Oh, look, I found someone who's jiggling their friggin' ass.
Oh, let's watch that for 20 minutes straight.
Oh, that's so interesting. Did you see that guy over there? He was picking his snot.
Oh, that's a good episode. Let's watch that. But scroll, right? But, oh, I found something that's offensive. Let me report this. This can't be on the internet. We can't let other people hear this. They'd be offended. Go freaking grow some skin. What are we talking about? You got none. Where's the bone? Oh, I just said one word and it freaking struck. Struck bone. 2023. Guys, I'm sorry. But what in the heck, right? What in the heck? Joanne, are you like here? No, she's not here. She's not. She's back doing the thing. She's scrolling for me. Joanne, can you scroll the frig out of here? What are we talking about? Oh, according to Open Secrets, Anheuser-Busch and individuals affiliated with the company donated $514,000 to the National Republican Senatorial Committee in 2022 and $464,000 to the Republican Congressional Committee for the same cycle. That's $1 million. $1 million, Joanne. Look, frankly, they don't participate in the same woke garbage that other people in the beer industry actually do, who are significantly worse offenders than I looked into. That's what Trump Jr. says. I haven't looked into it at all. All I say is this. Let everybody speak. You don't like it? Say, I don't like it. I'm not going to buy the can that has that. I'm not going to support that messaging. I get that, but allow all speech to be out there at least, and everybody should be able to express themselves. You should have the right, though, to scroll. You shouldn't have the right to take that down and to determine that it's not appropriate for other people to see. Children, yes. If something's inappropriate for children, friggin' pull it down. No, you can't change what's appropriate for children. You can't talk about sex and don't manipulate the child's mind on gender and identity when they're freaking don't even know who they are until they're 20 years old. That should be off limits. Let people determine who they are, but don't force them through a procedure that they can never come back from when they don't even know who they are. It's very easy to manipulate them into believing they are something, like a cat. But they're just kids. Kids don't know anything. They need to be guided, and that's what you know. That's what you understand, is that they need to be guided. And so you just kind of said along the way, maybe what if we guide them in a direction of insanity and confusion? Because kids aren't confused enough, guys. No, kids aren't confused enough. Let's freaking really confuse them.
Like, how do you feel today?
So anyway, that's, I guess, what's going on over there. Unbelievable. There's nothing good in the news ever, What's this? Domingo Germán appears to... He had a perfect game? No, he was on a bid to and didn't get it done. Oh, this is the one I wanted to talk about. Let's see what this is. This is Business Insider. Leaked Pentagon docs show the shot down Spinies. Because they don't have spines? No, they actually are pretty much like they're long-term players. When they have like the long con? The Chinese are the masters of the long con. It's not really a long con though. They're like, we'll just kind of stick around until... Yeah, I played this kid Billy Hopkins. We went to this place called Saranac. It was like this Saranac Lake up in New York. And it was a thing for Young Life. I talk about Young Life sometimes. Really cool thing I went through where actually I got this cross that I still wear today, where I started wearing again recently, maybe about a year ago. And I got that cross through young life and that father Kevin, who wound up now being my family members, my wife's third cousin, who, yeah, he's the ring bearer of my in-laws' wedding, and he was like the one priest that I always thought was like, this guy's like sent here by God, like so freaking passionate about it. And he ended up marrying me to my wife. He baptized our 3 children. He's still, in the area. I see him occasionally. I haven't seen him in a while until pre-pandemic, so it's been like 4 years, I guess. But anyway, he's an amazing man. Anyway, Saranac, I used to play ping pong against Billy Hopkins. And this is what the Chinese are. Billy Hopkins is a freaking Chinese. He would just be the backboard. And you would just sit there and you'd be just trying to see if you could get the point. And I'm throwing them. I'm doing one of these. I'm doing over the top. I'm doing over the top. Billy Hopkins. Boop, 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 doop. He didn't freaking just backboarding it, no matter what. I did one of the, like Balls of Fury over like this, and I made the noise like that, and he still was like, and I made the error. And then and I lost the point. He beat everybody by being the Chinese. Billy Hopkins. Because the Chinese know how to be the backboard. And they'll just be like, oh, okay, we'll just wait until that country falls, and then we'll just wipe up, let's just buy up all the infrastructure prior. Joanne, did they do that here in America? Oh, yeah, she says they did. Anyway, guys, the Pentagon docs. Let's see what we got over here from the Spineys. Leaked Pentagon... Joanne, give me some coffee. Leaked Pentagon docs show the shot-down Chinese spy balloon may have had feature known as synthetic aperture radar that can see through certain materials. Joanne, what do we got? The shot-down Chinese spy balloon may have synthetic aperture radar. This is a technology ability to observe objects in the dark and through clouds. SAR is used around the world by organizations like NASA and the European Space Agency. In February, a high-altitude balloon with surveillance capabilities connected to China flew over the continental U.S. We freaking know. I did a bunch of news stories on TikTok and YouTube. Everybody knows about it. Not because of my stories. They freaking know about it. At the time, much about the balloon wasn't known publicly, but a new trove of Pentagon's documents leaked on Discord show it, and for 4 other previously unknown spy balloons like it could have had a feature known as synthetic aperture radar, which can see through certain objects. Jack Teixeira, this is a Portuguese name, Joanne. I know because I'm Portuguese. Jack Teixeira, a 21-year-old U.S. National Guard airman, was arrested Thursday in connection to the leaks. U.S. intelligence agencies believe this because the balloon, which officials named Killian 23, is an apparent reference to 1940s mobster Donald Killian. Killian? I'm going to say Killian. I like it better. Like Trish Killian. Donald Killian. Was equipped with enough to generate 10,000 watts of solar power. That's enough to power a typical home, which could support such abilities. The amount of solar power generated by the panels of Chinese strategic stratospheric balloon that NSA named Killian 23 is excessive for a weather balloon. Guys, bottom line, pretty crazy stuff what's going on. They're focused in on this guy releasing these docs, but apparently these docs show that we've been nothing but lied to this entire time about Ukraine, which we all knew. This guy's like so corrupt. Look, the guy over my shoulder. If he's over my shoulder. What? My Aunt Judy says the great consequences in Pentagon leaks. Of course Biden says there's nothing of great consequence in the Pentagon leaks because everything in there makes him look like a freaking moron. And he is. Anyway, guys, what else do we got? Last story of the day. I'm trying to find a good one for you. Deepest hole in Earth led to remarkable discovery. Oh, it's an ad. That's a bunch of horse crap. When you see those, it's an ad. You don't want to touch them because it's just going to, lead you down some freaking next thing. You keep going next, and there's nothing good at the end. Ooh, what's this? This is my part of the neck of the woods over here. Connecticut man fights off 4 suspects in attempted carjacking in harrowing video. A man in Connecticut traded blows with multiple people who were attempting a brazen broad daylight carjacking on April 10th. Police are searching for 4 suspects captured on camera attempting to steal a car parked in a residential driveway in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. The homeowner's Ring video surveillance system captured the entire incident, and police released this video as they seek to identify the suspects. Let's check this freaking thing out, Joanne. Where are we? That's a picture of the guy getting manhandled. Where, Joanne? You're supposed to play the video for me. Can we get it? Where is the video? Let's see if there may be a link I missed. Here we go. I'm finding the link. Where the freaking heck? You know, when you're here doing it and you can't get the actual video, it's a bunch of crap, you know? Sometimes when you're in the middle of it and you're trying to get the actual video to pop up, that just annoys the hell out of you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry. Guys, I wish there was... I wish we had the friggin... And I'm not even on the screen, Joanne! God almighty. It's an unbelievable process. I'm not even going to push record. I'll push record. You know, just in case. Because what happens on YouTube, guys, and on Rumble, is if I don't push record on my freaking R6 Mark II, 30 minutes. And then it's just off. Connecticut man fights off 4 suspects in attempted carjacking and harrowing video. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the video. Could we? Where's the video, Joanne? We're going to try one more time. There's an ad here. We'll see. Maybe they'll play the video. And then we can watch it together. Here it is. Look at this guy. Yo, check it out. I'm breaking into the car. Yeah. No, it's a freaking Infinity. Q97.1. Yeah, would you have the key? What do you do with my car? Get out of here. I'm going to take your hoodie off. Who do you think you are? Yep.
Out of here.
Get the hell out of here. Oh, you want to wrestle? I was all American. Oh, wait, take your jacket off. Hold on. Wait, I'm going to throw you down. Look at this guy with his freaking mask on. Oh, my goodness. You're still masked? It's April 2023. What are we talking about? Oh, my goodness. They're kicking me in the head. God almighty. This is disgusting. Oh, my goodness. This guy's hitting him with a shoe. What are you, freaking fat bastard from... Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy. You coming in and punching him in the head?
Go the car! Go ahead!
Oh, my goodness.
Yes,
Where's the car? Let's look at it. Hold on.
they just tried to rob our car, and it's a Mercedes.
You should better have gotten that license plate.
Sorry.
He's got his jacket. What's in the jacket? Right?
You love a cold.
I don't like a freaking McDonald's. Sorry. That's disgusting stuff. You know? You get a McDonald's? No, I'm sorry. I'm never doing a McDonald's. That's just the most disgusting thing in the world, really. Some people are like, I'll get McDonald's. And you're like, okay, you want to also have heart disease? Goodness, you know, I hope you don't want McDonald's or heart disease. Much better food out there, guys. I think. Maudib in the house. How are you, my friend? All right, guys, we're going to play something very quickly. Hopefully you enjoyed the music tonight. I mean the news tonight. Away. this or hate this.
the world. Yeah, most of it is filled with the negative. Yeah. And it'll affect the way you live. So try to let it go. Try to let it go. Let it go. Yeah, oh, 'cause another day is coming tomorrow. Piece together the puzzle of life. Every day you get another. Find the corner, find the notch. There's no telling what that puzzle looks like in the end. Yeah, there's no picture on the box. No, it's being formed in real time. Yeah, one day you can look at it from the top of a precipice. Yeah, looking down, yeah, and you won't miss it at all. 'Cause it's there, born out to the world, from a million feet above the ground. Oh, 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 yeah, so you got to let it go.
goodness. Just a little meandering back into the program. Guys, tomorrow, remember, we do it all over again. I think we did about half hour of news tonight, so maybe a little too much news. But we're working it. Jim, how are you, my friend? I see Trish Killian and Pamela Swan are kicking it. Let's see if I can get over here and say good night to you fine people. If you're here on TikTok, I appreciate you. Head over to YouTube and join us. This is the longest running show on YouTube, 1,567 days in a row. We do the news, we create comedy, and we write songs live in the moment. Put out 7 feature films. Back to the Future Mark is my latest. And tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. So whatever happens in the world, we're going to talk about it at about 10 p.m. But until then, make sure you catch up on all the
everything you wish
crazy stuff that's been released here. There are over 3,200 pieces of content on YouTube. And Rumble, you guys rock. Hopefully you guys can continue to share, spread the word. And, you know, I'll look over on Rumble afterwards and see if anybody joined us. I don't freaking know. Anyway, Barella, my friend, Chris Donaldson, Jim Williams, Monty Puegos, playing, you know, doing it. Pamela Swan's here, Joanne. Renee Woods, Tim Beers, my brother. Trish Killian and Virginia. Guys, please leave a comment after the show. Where the frig am I, Joanne? Holy cow. How long? I've been off the screen this whole time. Wow. That's crazy. I've been off the screen this whole time. How funny is that? Hilarious. I've been sitting here for like 25 minutes talking to you guys. And, you know, you missed it all. Music. No, sorry. We went. It's like, I'm hoping that I had the BeatSeat scene that whole time and that it wasn't just like me not on the screen. That would suck. Hold on, let's see. We're going to scroll back. Oh, no, it was good until about 2 minutes ago. But that's all right. 2 minutes of goodness. You guys missed the 2 minutes of goodness, you know. Goodness. I was on the screen. I like it. Makes me happy because it would have sucked if I wasn't and it didn't work out that way, you know. Anna, how are you? Thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate you. Hopefully tomorrow you'll be back. We'll do it. Doing it again. Over here on TikTok. Let me see who's kicking with us. I've seen a couple of the same people. AJ, how are you, my friend? I appreciate you. You rock. And it looks like we have Kimberly Aldrich. You rock. YouTube. Rumble, if you don't like YouTube. I don't really, you know, they don't share my show ever or anything. So, whatever. We still do that. We're still here having a good time. Here on TikTok, I have some freaking weird background with the Mona Lisa. All I did was where I did this Leonardo da Vinci for the Back to the Future Mark movie with the background on TikTok. So anyway, you can head over to YouTube and watch Back to the Future Mark until tomorrow night's show when I see you all over again. So until then, fam and friends, Jim Williams, my brother, good to see you back. It's Mark Pires. And this is Mark Inspires, the longest running daily show on Earth. 1567 in a row. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night, fam. Love you.